There was a roaring in the wind all night. The rain came heavily and fell in floods. But now the sun is rising calm and bright. The birds are singing in the distant woods. Over some sweet voices stalked of broods. The jay makes answer as the magpie chatters, and all the air is filled with pleasant noise of waters.
His words came feebly, from a feeble chest, but each in solemn order followed each, with something of a lofty utterance dressed, choice word and measured phrase, above the reach of ordinary men, a stately speech, such as grave livers do in Scotland use, religious men who give to God and man their dues. He told that, to these waters he had come, to gather leeches, being old and poor, employment hazardous and wearisome, and he had many hardships to endure. From pond to pond he roamed, from moor to moor, housing, with God's good help, by choice or chance, and in this way he gained an honest maintenance.
The old man still stood talking by my side, but now his voice to me was like a stream, scarce heard, nor word from word could I divide, and the whole body of the man did seem like one whom I had met with in a dream, or like a man from some far region sent to give me human strength by apt admonishment. My former thoughts returned, the fear that kills, and hope that is unwilling to be fed, cold, pain, and labor, and all fleshly ills, and mighty poets in their misery dead. Perplexed and longing to be comforted, my question eagerly did I renew. How is it that you live, and what is it you do?
He, with a smile, did then his words repeat, and said that, gathering leeches far and wide, he travelled, stirring thus about his feet the waters of the pool where they abide. Once I can leap with them on every side, but they have dwindled long by slow decay. Yet still I persevere and find them where I may. While he was talking thus, the lonely place, the old man's shape and speech all troubled me. In my mind's eye I seemed to see him pace about the weary moors continually, wandering about alone and silently, while I these thoughts within myself pursued, he, having made a pause, the same discourse renewed.
And soon with this he other matter blended, cheerfully uttered with demeanor kind, but stately in the main, and when he ended, I could have laughed myself to scorn to find, in that decrepit man so firm a mind. God, said I, be my hope and stay secure, I'll think of the leech gatherer on the lonely moor. Stanzas 1 and 20. Wordsworth loves nature. He begins by describing a rainy, windy night, and follows by saying the sun is rising calm and bright. Wordsworth relates the sun coming out to the narrator's realization of wanting to live with God's help. The narrator makes the resolution to help himself, and in helping himself God would help him too. He found his independence by watching the leechman find his independence, and in witnessing his strong mind and spirit despite life's struggles. Being independent was important to Wordsworth because he believed enlightenment caused people to think the same. Nature inspires Wordsworth to be unique, and it frees his soul from society.
Stanza 14. Wordsworth makes the man old for him to represent the old way before the Enlightenment period and machines. Wordsworth drives home that the man's soul and ability to live are at a peak, to show that the correct way to live involves work by a person's hands and not a machine's claws. Stanza 15. The old man gathers leeches instead of a normal job because Wordsworth despised the Industrial Revolution, making employment hazardous and wearisome. Thus the only honest living was off the land. On a side note, leeches were considered the panacea for everything pre-Enlightenment.
In stanza 16, the old man is speaking to Wordsworth. Wordsworth feels disconnected from the moment, as if he was dreaming. He felt as if the old man was sent as a way to both scold him and give him the strength to move on. In stanza 17, his thoughts are returned to his fears and worries. He mentions mighty poets who died in misery, fearing that he would share a similar fate. Wordsworth turns to the old man for comfort. To Wordsworth, the old man was more than just a person. He was like a force of nature, unmovable and everlasting.
In stanza 18, the old man smiled when he talked, saying that he has gathered leeches from everywhere he went. As he examined the muddy water, he told Wordsworth that once in his life the leeches were easy to find, but now that they are going extinct it is harder. Thus he will not give up and stay determined to find them. Wordsworth learned from this, so he cannot give up. In this he will find his true self and his own society by watching the old man survive on worse terms.
In stanza 19, the way the old man looked versus the way he spoke with such dignified intelligence confused Wordsworth. It is a moment of empathy. Wordsworth has seen nature being destroyed by the Industrial Revolution, so to see the old man care for the environment, Wordsworth recaps to a time in his past where he did the same.